will take their seats. The House will come to order. Members will take their seats. Visitors will retire from the chamber. The Sergeant at Arms will close the doors, and members and visitors will please silence all electronic devices. The prayer will be offered today by Representative Ball. Members and visitors in the gallery will please stand for the prayer and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Representative Ball, you're recognized.
Thank you. Please pray with me. Our God, as we begin our week, thank you for this time together. Help us to listen well, speak truthfully and respectfully, and work together for good purposes to benefit the citizens of our state. Fill us with your peace. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Representative Penny, you're recognized.
Madam Speaker, the journal for January the 15th has been examined and found to be correct. I move that it be approved as written.
Representative Penny moves that the journal for January 15th be approved as written. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the journal is approved as written. Mr. Clerk, the bills approved on today's calendar, appearing on today's calendar, are withdrawn and placed on the calendar for March 9th. Notices and announcements. Representative Ball, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, members of the House, and those listening, I want to announce my intention to file legislation in April to address our state's recent experience with severe winter weather. North Carolina is historically a state that has mild winters, but recently we have seen Arctic currents diverting unusually cold air that settles persistently over our state for weeks. It would be naive to conclude that these are flukes and to refrain from taking proactive steps to plan for our future. When winter weather hits and local roads remain unsafe even long after daybreak, the consequences for our economy can be severe, particularly to our cities and towns where most commerce and employment occur. Even a single day of widespread closures or delayed shipping can cost North Carolina hundreds of millions of dollars in lost productivity. When local roads are cleared unevenly, this puts pressure on parents who may be required to go into work, yet schools are closed and they are unable to find caregivers in time. I have received many such calls recently from concerned and frustrated parents, and I know, both from personal experiences and others' anecdotes, how dangerous it can be and how easy it is to slip on snowy or icy surfaces. The governor has reported to us that we have only enough salt in the state left over for one more big winter storm. I believe it is time for us to accept that this is not a one-off event, but the beginning of a new normal, and if our economy is to survive and prosper, we have to act decisively. The legislation I intend to file, keeping North Carolina open for business, would provide targeted, competitive funding through the Department of Transportation to help municipalities better prepare for snow and ice events. This would be achieved by equipping existing trucks, whether they be sanitation or dump trucks, to support operational readiness and ensure private surge capacity without creating permanent, underutilized snow removal operations or new bureaucracies per se. Local governments would retain flexibility and be able to maximize the use of assets already available in their communities. It would also provide IT funding to improve local government's ability to communicate road plowing updates in real time or at least near real time so our constituents are able to remain aware and safe. North Carolina conducts roughly $2.4 billion in business on average each day. Large-scale closures can lead to the permanent loss of hundreds of millions of dollars each day. This bill would be fiscally responsible, pro-business approach designed to shorten disruptions, protect small businesses and workers, provide relief for parents, and keep emergency access moving when winter weather occurs. Even appropriations on the scale of tens of millions of dollars, which are in this proposed bill, is a drop in the bucket compared to the local lost business all across our state if we do nothing. I plan to file this bill in April when session resumes, and I would welcome my colleagues from both sides of the aisle who are interested in co-sponsoring or providing input. My door is open, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Representative Ball, thank you. I did allow a little extra time since this is not kind of the session to describe a new bill, but thank you so much. I think it's a great idea. Could we please call it Goodbye to the South? The gentleman from Harnett County, Representative Penny, is recognized.
Madam Speaker, I move that the House do now adjourn to reconvene Thursday, February the 12th at 10:30 a.m., subject to the standard stipulations set forth in Rule 15.1.
Representative Penny moves, seconded by Representative Ball, that the House do now adjourn to reconvene Thursday, February 12th at 10:30 a.m., subject to the standard stipulations set forth in Rule 15.1. Those in favor will say aye. Those opposed will say no. The ayes have it, and the House stands adjourned.